Hello, hello, hello. This is Erica Kareem, and I am so excited to be here. Listen, I wanted to come to you this morning and share with you what usually some things when we go through the mother daughter boot camp. These are some questions that that are asked, and so I try to come on live with and answer some questions day by day of some of the most popular questions that we get while we're having this 2 day boot camp. And just so that you know, we have them at the end of every single month. Um, so here's the deal is that today we're going to be talking about my mother feels like I owe her. And for what? Like, so there's a lot of people that feel like that they, there's a lot of mothers that feel like, okay, well, you owe me because I had you. And then there's a lot of daughters that says, you know what? I didn't ask to be here. So I don't owe you nothing. And so I just want to say that as a God fearing woman, um, the holy book says to honor your mother, your mother, your mother. And so I don't think that it just says honor your parents, but honor your mother, your mother, your mother. And so what I get out of that is that we don't, I don't want people to feel like that they don't not owe their mother nothing. Now, it's one thing if your mother feels like, oh, you owe to pay my rent, oh, you owe me to pay this, you owe me for everything, right? That's kind of like over you can overextend yourself, and then that's over having your hand out, right? However, I think that you are obligated to help your mother in certain things. You know, if she needs to go to her doctor's appointment, or if she needs to get to the grocery store, or how about if she just wants you to spend some time with her? Maybe she might need a light bill paid here and there, you know, where she's not asking you for something every single month. Or maybe if she is asking you for something every single month, if you have it, don't complain about it, right? If you don't, just say, okay, mom, I got it this month, but I don't have it next month. Like, I'm diving into my savings as of right now, or something like that, right? But my thing is a couple of things. Number one is she could have died while having you as giving birth. I mean, that is one of the consequences for us giving birth. However, when people say, okay, well, I didn't ask you to give birth to me, I didn't ask to be here. Listen, if your mother was nurturing, if your mother was so loving and she talked to you and she supported you, what's the problem? Right? Like maybe she didn't do it in a manner in which you needed it in, or maybe she didn't do it in a manner of, you know, how you see other people doing it and you like, okay, why did my mother have to be like that, or why did she have to say that? The point is that she did what she knew, right? And you are who you are today because of your upbringing, because of because of what she knew. And so there's a lot of times where people try to grow up and do the total opposite of what they just hated their upbringing. They didn't like what their mothers did to them. And so they try to do the total opposite. And then what you get a total opposite child, right? So the way, even though that we don't like 100% of how we were raised, the thing about it is that you are who you are today because of your mom, which obviously you may have turned out good, right? And if you didn't turn out good, you cannot um totally 100% blame your parents for who you are if you are in your 40s and 50s and 60s as of right now. You have had a chance to change that person, to grow and to become who you are. You decided to stay in a safe place. You decided to make those wrong choices. You decided to create that wrong environment. You can't keep blaming your mom or your dad for your upbringing once you become a certain age. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. But I do believe that when your mom or your parent or guardian, whoever, well, I guess we're just really talking about moms because the mother or the guardian, I'm gonna say the guardian too. And the reason why is because your mother gave birth to you. However, sometimes mothers can give birth, but they don't only um they give birth but don't raise the child, right? But then you have to have somebody who raised you, right? And then you want to really give back to that person that raised you. You want to have some gratitude on who raised you. However, if you have that mother that just gave birth to you and did not do anything for you, I think it's really just time for you to forgive. Forgive and move on and still be a helper, still be of service. Don't close off your heart so much so that you can't receive the blessings from your creator, right? So you still want to be able to acknowledge this person that gave birth to you, or even your sperm donor. Acknowledge the sperm donor. Stop walking around just so hateful, just so ungrateful, just so unforgiving and unwilling to be open. You know, if there's breath, God gives us breath every day. So if you still have breath to hear me, then it's just time for you to get over it and move on. You say, but he beat me, she did this, she abandoned me, she abused me, she neglected me, she did whatever. We all been through something, right? She's on drugs, she's addicted to something. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So if you want to say, I feel like my mother feels like I owe her something, and for what? Just for your life. Just have gratitude. Get the chip off your shoulder and learn to just lead with love, lead with compassion, because you never know what she's been through. You never know the horrors and the pains, the traumas and big challenges that she faced. So have some compassion there. And you may just say, well, she had me, but she left me and she did this. And again, I'm going to go back to remove all of the unforgiveness. It's just time to move on. Not to mention, you may have a lot of extra blessings waiting on you from your creator. And because you have all of um, that unforgiveness and animosity and resentment and shame and guilt, and you're not willing to do anything for that person, you may be struggling and will continue to struggle until you open your heart. You may say, you know what, I'm fine, I ain't struggling, and I'm doing just good, and God is good. Well, guess what? God will can show you more greatness if you just excel and open your heart. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you're new to me, I'm Erica Kareem, relationship coach, family mediator, author, and speaker. And I just want to say that I'm here to help you better your relationships. I have the mother daughter boot camp every month. It's virtual until everything opens back up. We'll go back to doing it live. Well, right now it's virtual and it'll probably be virtual until this COVID stuff really, really slow down or end. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. And the mother daughter boot camp will be in the link in the in the up at the top shortly. All right, talk to you soon. Bye bye.